Episode 6 starts with Lemon telling us that their next opponent is Team W. They have one loss against Team V, so just like them, if they lose again, they're done. But they got the better of Badu's Team X, who beat them 4-1. They should consider them stronger than them. Bachida brings up that, well, they are Team Z after all. Naruhara wonders what their playstyle is like, but no one says anything. Lemon says, well, anyway, one thing that they do know is Team W's key player are these two, the Wanima brothers. Their forte is their combination play. When they beat Badu's Team X, these two scored 4 goals. Their distance perception, their timing for initiating moves, and their give and goes are formidable weapons, even if you know they're coming. Igarashi brings up that doing that requires both of them to use their weapons. Lemon says that's right, so they need to split them up. That's the key for defeating Team W. As it goes on, Aichi asks, but why is Lemon in charge of giving this meeting? It's usually Kuon's job, right? Lemon tells him yeah, but Kuon isn't back from the bath yet. Can't he do it? Naruhara tells him yeah, sure. Their plan for beating them is becoming clearer. Igarashi wonders where Kuon is. He's taking forever. Kuon enters the room and tells him that he was thinking about what to call tomorrow's operation and lost track of time. How's it all going? Isagi tells him that they're doing some analysis on the monitor. Kuon tells him that in their next match, they'll put into practice what they learned from the last game. Operation Next Up, It's Me 9 only utilized a player's weapon for 10 minutes, so their coordination was low and they wasted time when that weapon wasn't viable. So this time, they'll go with a front 3 of compatible weapons and rotate the formation 3 times at 30-minute intervals. This new operation lets them all shine like stars in a 3-shift front 3 pattern. They'll call it Operation Southern All-Stars. They tell him that that name is so lame. He took that long to come up with that. Lemon asks if he's going to be staying in goal. They pretty much force him into it because they don't want to do it. Isagi asks Chigiri what about him. Is he okay with staying in defense? Chigiri tells him that if he has time to worry about others, use it to think how they're going to score. Kuon says okay. They've researched their opponent, and they're becoming more like a team. They're going to win. Isagi thinks that's right. If they lose, they're done. They'll win this no matter what. As the game starts, the Wanima brothers kick off. The younger brother asks, when does he want the pass? What kind of pass does he want? The older brother looks at him and he says, I see. I want you to pass to my feet at this particular moment. That's what he's saying. Igarashi goes to stop them but is easily passed. The younger brother says, and from there, a 1-2. That's what his bro says. For the first 30 minutes, Isagi is in defense as their right-sided center back. His task is clear. First, all of them need to try and stop those two in their combination play. However, they pass everyone. Isagi wonders why. They watched the footage and made plans, but the younger brother says that their weapon is their eye contact. It's not something a makeshift defense can see through. That's what his bro thinks deep down. Isagi tells Chigiri, here they come. They'll stop him. The younger brother says, Chigiri? You mean that Chigiri? The genius made of glass? And asks his brother, can you believe he's still playing soccer? He must be clinging onto past glories. So it's true. If he may say this, as a former teammate, his time as a player is over. That is what his bro says. Chigiri turns to stop them, but they ask if he's sure that's wise. If he runs, his glass leg will shatter again. However, Isagi steals the ball. The younger brother says that's a foul, Mr. Var. That's what his bro is yelling. Isagi tells him, yeah, I know it was borderline, you crazy chattering twins, but they didn't call it, so it's not a foul, and passes it to Imamura. Isagi tells Chigiri, don't pay any attention to what they say. The past doesn't matter. To him, he is Chigiri of Team Z, but Chigiri tells him to shut it. He told him to leave him alone. Isagi runs off and tells him he's not saying it for him. Unlike him, he doesn't have any past achievements he can be proud of, but he came here because he didn't want to give up on soccer. He's here to change his life. He might know nothing about his past or his injury, but he knows that they are strikers. Regret, pain, all that stuff, one shot at a goal, and all of it is behind them. Kuon jumps up and headbutts it in. Isagi continues. Who cares about his past? What he wants to see is his present. They didn't come to Blue Lock to cry and give up, right? The younger brother says, what the hell? Defenders, it's your job to stop them, idiot. That's what his bro says. The brothers kick off again, but the older brother looks sad. The younger brother tells him don't worry. If the two of them combining, it'll be an easy win, and tells his bro to stop making that face. It's revealing too much. But he's caught off guard by Kunigami pushing up on him. Machida notices that he's not focused at all. Kunigami steals it and gives it to Machida. Their target man is Kuon, huh? Since jumping is his weapon, he's sure he can reach that. He catches it and goes to take a shot. Machida is surprised. He's taking a shot from there. However, it goes in, putting them up 2-0. The younger brother tells him don't get cocky, cause of a fluky shot. But the younger brother stops him. He's got to focus. It's been 30 minutes, so the rotation changes. However, as Naruhara is running, the older brother grabs and pulls him. The announcer calls a foul on him, which gives Team Z a free kick. Machida notices that they're in bad shape. Their marking's weakest. He kicks it to Kuon, who headbutts it in again, giving him a hat trick. In the monitoring room, Anri says that she didn't notice him until today, but he's pretty amazing, isn't he? In the locker room, they're congratulating Kuon. He tells him things are going so well for him today, it's scary. Aichi, not wanting to be outdone, says that he'll score his own hat trick and make it 6-0. Machida says it seems like Operation Southern All-Stars is working well. The name sounds kind of cool now. Thanks to Kuon's play, the team's attacking aggressively. They're getting stronger. As they're walking through the tunnel, Isagi asks Chigiri, when you're a place as intense as this, can he still say he's planning to give up on soccer? The second half begins with Raichi taking the ball. He's getting pressured by the older brother, so he passes it to Kuon and tells him to pass it back. Kuon tells him of course. Their top priority is winning as a team. However, the younger brother steals the ball. Isagi notices that the brothers have dropped back into the midfield. He'll stop them, even if it means borderline fouling them. However, everyone misses and they score. Kuon tells them not to panic. They'll pass it around and build up steadily. He then, for some reason, passes it to Isagi, and it's under hit. As Isagi is running towards it, the older brother intercepts it, and they score again. Raichi asks Kuon what the hell is he doing. Did he lose his focus after scoring his hat trick? Kuon tells him sorry, and asks himself what is he doing in an important game like this. He gets on the ground and apologizes. They tell him to get up, and begin to bicker between one another. They're still in the lead, so let's come up with the plan. Kagamaru agrees. Do they want to keep attacking or play more defensively? Isagi thinks this is bad. They've got to stop the next shot from going in, or else, as Kuon is getting up, he makes a face. Isagi notices and wonders, did he just smile? Maybe he imagined it. Well, anyway, if they get the next goal, they can dominate this game. He passes it to Kunigami, who thinks this is the combination they practiced, with Isagi as the pivot, and he and Machida forming a triangle to slice through them. If a chance presents itself, he's ready to hit a mid-range shot. But the goal is still too far away, and there's no path through to it. If Machida can use his dribbling to break through their formation, however, his path to Machida is blocked. In that case, he passes it back to Isagi. Isagi thinks, do they know how they're looking to link up? It's strange. However much they studied them, there's no way they could see through their combination at first sight. Their weapons are being killed. He can't smell a goal. The older brother steals the ball. Isagi thinks that there's something wrong here. They must know their plan somehow. He remembers Kuon's face and says there's no way it can be true. If they lose, they're done. Where's the benefit in doing that? But come to think of it, all the goals in this game have been scored by. The younger brother sets up a shot at goal. Kuon jumps to block it, but misses it. Isagi thinks he missed out on purpose, and the older brother scores. Isagi walks up to Kuon and asks, is he betraying them? The brothers tell them bingo. They figured it out, so might as well come clean. Their tactics, weapons, and weaknesses, literally everything was leaked to them. He sneaked out during their team meeting last night to propose his plan to them, and so, this game is theirs. Isagi asks Kuon, this is a joke, right? But Kuon doesn't say anything. So Machida says, oh, yikes, so it's true. Raichi grabs him and asks what the hell was he thinking. Kuon tells him he's just doing his best to survive in Blue Lock. Raichi goes to punch him, but is given a yellow card, so he stops. Kuon tells him that they're the dumb ones. Only they will be going home if they lose. He'll survive here alone. From here on out, they're playing 12 on 10. Anri asks Ego if he's going to allow this, but Ego just tells her to shut up and watch. Isagi asks Kuon why. Kuon tells him when his last-minute goal won the last game for them, it got him thinking. if they're always going to be walking a tightrope like that, the chances of their team surviving this tournament are slim. According to the chart, their final opponent is Team V, the only team with 2 wins in their group. They beat Team Y 8-0, but they struggled badly against them. There's no way they can beat them. So he decided to give up on winning as a team and focus on moving up alone. When the first selection started, Ego mentioned a special rule. Even if your team isn't one of the top 2 teams, if you are your team's top scorer, you get to proceed to the next selection. So he made a deal. He promised to give Team W info on them and let them have the 3 points for the win if they let him score 3 goals. That way he's the top scorer for his team and he can advance. Isagi asked so fighting together up until now meant nothing. He said they'd win together. Kuon thanks him. He's glad he's so gullible, and tells him to stop being naive. This is Blue Lock. You don't need bonds or teamwork. What you need is enough ego to win. If you need to betray people to win, do it. That's what his ego says. And tells Team Z, great work. Then the episode ends. Some personal thoughts. What a great episode. I knew something was up. It was going way too smoothly for Team Z. When the older brother blatantly fouled Naruhara, I was like, what the hell? Why? But as the betrayal is revealed, it all makes sense. I feel like Ego has high expectations for Team Z. I doubt they're actually the worst players here. It's probably more that they haven't had a team that can make their weapon shine, or they don't really understand what their weapon is and how to properly utilize it. I really like the art in this episode. While the brothers are not very pleasing to the eye, when they come in saying bingo, it's like straight out of a horror anime. Same with the faces Kuon makes. You can tell by the art that he's a pretty twisted dude. Yeah, great episode. Looking forward to see how Team Z will beat them. Well, that's about it. See ya.